Hello everyone and welcome to TrainswithNick 2. I did get this in the pre-order sale. Of course this released on what for me is payday. And I just managed to get in before I went to work. Get the 15% pre-order discount. Now I want to be clear that is a pre-order discount, not how it was worded as, oh, for owners of TrainswithNick 1 you get a 15% discount. As far as I can tell the discount was for everyone, but it's irrelevant. I got the discount, I got the game, and today we are looking at the sand patch grade. Now it's been renamed slightly. It's not called Heavy Haul, which is of course what it was called in TrainswithNick 1, but I'm glad that they made that differentiation because this isn't a preserved collection game or route. This has been tinkered with. This does have the adhesion, the weighted cargo, and so on and so forth. So this route is, although the actual route and everything is still the same layout as Heavy Haul, it has had the improvements that TrainswithNick 2 brings. And as you can see on the screen, we are doing Y106 Refuel. So that's the job we're doing. So take advantage of the braking activity to head over to the pit and refuel the locomotive/locomotives. When you're done, we're expecting inbound traffic, so come back and get ready for that. 20 minutes it should take, give or take. We are in a GP38-2. with the YN2 paint scheme. So that's, if you're not familiar with the paint schemes, it's grey and blue livery essentially. Tells us our weight is 232.1 tons, which of course you never got that in TrainswithNick 1. Got 2 locos, and length combined is 38.3 yards, should we need to know that. So we're going to hit begin. Here we are. So, this should all be set up. It's not. So we need to set that to lead or dead. Put the reverser handle in. I'm not going to go set up the other loco for this one, because we are just going to fuel it up. Just take a look at the map. So we're going to head out. We're stopping over there, so this is why I want multiplayer in the game. Is if we had multiplayer, we could send someone else down and they could switch all these for us, which would be awesome, and then we could pick them up as we go through, but we can't, so hey ho, it is what it is. We'll just set it up like this because I don't fancy walking all the track. Come back, it'll take a lot longer than 20 minutes to get through this. One thing. But yeah, that's all set up. That's fine. Oh. So we'll jump back in our loco. Got our handle set, so let's get the headlights on first. We're gonna put that in initial reduction. Use the automatic brake. That's released, but we're going to hit it anyway. So we level up a bit more on this loco. I'm going to put the reverser in neutral. Got our lights on. We don't need cab lights on. We are going to flick ditch lights on. Step lights are on. Gauge lights. We don't need gauge lights in this weather. That's fine. Generator field. We want that on. So yeah. The horn is very quiet. It has been noted already. Hopefully they are going to fix that. But there we go. So we're just going to roll off gently. Don't need to go crazy on the speed or anything. Pressing, so whatever reason, accelerate on my controller is also the same button for zoom in. Okay then. Okay, so yeah, that's interesting. So that's E. We've partially put a handbrake on, that's not good. So what we are going to do is throttle's in idle. We'll leave that. I will have to set up my controller after this scenario. Okay, we'll just use the throttle down there. But it's not the end of the world. Just bringing up the speed a bit more. We are given a 15 mile an hour limit along here, so we've got a speed up here. And we have got our HUD in the bottom right hand corner, of course, but we don't need to use that. Unless, of course, we want to. Just knock off that now. So, I am going to also switch that off because personally I find that more intrusive than it used to be. It used to be a blue dot on Train Sim World 1 and I don't know, that just seems more in the way. Of course we do have in the top left hand corner there our stop at location instruction, so we will be switching that off at some point. But for now we'll carry on. So anyway, videos for this. I want to put out a whole bunch of videos on Train Sim World 2. And they are going to mostly consist, for now, of Sand Patch Grade and the Bakerloo line. The German route, I'm sure they've done an amazing job, but it just doesn't interest me, I'm sorry to say, so we're not going to be playing around with that. Put a bit of brake in it. Okay, that's not working, so try the independent brake then. Interesting that the automatic brake isn't working. So we stopped as indicated. And now we're going to have to reverse up and go all the way down here. So let's set this up correctly. So, yeah, as I say, I'm going to be looking to put out a whole bunch of videos. Different services, we'll probably work through the journey mode on this now. And in the next video, we'll probably do a longer service, which gives us more opportunity to talk. And then we can discuss the roadmap for this game, because the roadmap is very interesting. For me at least. It's a complete departure for what Dovetail have done in the past. Which is, let's say, absolutely nothing, essentially. I'll have a look out the window as we go along back here. But yeah, in the past it's been pretty much no news is good news, apart from we have no news, full stop. Basically, no news could be anything. And now they are actually trying to communicate, and this roadmap is a great way of doing it. Now, as I say, this run is probably a bit too short to get into all the features of the roadmap, but to cut a long story short, it essentially tells us what features they're working on, gives us an idea of how far away they are from being implemented. Not sure how I managed to get over there, but hey, we want to idle down. So yeah, they've basically listed a whole bunch of things. The first sort of thing is getting some of the preserved collection, that is stuff from Trains in World, released onto Trains in World 2, which the first one they did and is available to play on here is the East Coast Way and Peninsula Corridor. East Coast Way, of course, being available in the deluxe edition for those that didn't have it, which I didn't. So I went ahead and grabbed it. And as I say, Peninsula Corridor is also available to play on Trains in World 2 if you own it, which I do. However, I never actually played it. I purchased it, I purchased the extra locos, and yeah, I never did anything with it. So I will be looking at that route further down the line, having a play, but of course it's not going to get the updates. It's never going to get the adhesion, the weighted traffic, and you know what? There's a lot of bugs in there that a lot of people would like to be fixed, and I still would like to see them fix them. But as for adding the extra features, if they never get round to that, so be it. I'm not that worried, because I'm sure that they are still fun to play in their own right. But anyway, going back to the roadmap, it also outlays extra features they're working on, extra DLC content that's coming, and there was someone who said in the Steam forums about, oh, it just looks like it's a smorgasbord of extra DLC, that's all they're interested in. When in actual fact, if you were to have a look yourselves, most of the content is just transferring over preserved collection, which everyone has said they want. Now, the one exception being, of course, is Northeast Corridor. Not sure what the issue is with that, but that won't be coming across, which is disappointing, but you know, you can still play it on Train Sim World 1. So as I say, it may be disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like we've lost out on that. I'm curious. Yeah, we are. It didn't look like we were heading in the right direction. Oh yeah. Then we'll just carry on running that down here. Just keep an eye on speed, because we have got an incline. Decline as it may be. We're heading down. In hindsight, maybe I should have had a play around with this. Got the controls working, because I'd love to be able to sit here on my control and not have to keep flicking back and forth from the cam to increase and decrease speed. And quite honestly, I have no idea what the keyboard controls are, because it's been possibly a couple of years since I relied on the keyboard for all the controls. I do use my Xbox One controller. Previously to that, it was an Xbox 360 controller. I just find that the combination of that and the mouse and the occasional keyboard button, such as the horn, which you can faintly hear outside of the cab, but I don't know why it's so quiet inside. But it does work. Turn the bell off there. So we need to jump inside here. Yeah, so that brake's not working for us. Doing a bit of overspeed there. So now means we have no braking. This is a problem. Right, now we have brakes. Yeah, that still not working. Okay. To be honest, I'm not sure why the train brakes are not working for us. Unless it's because we've not set up the other loco. Which I guess would make sense. Can we? Oh yes, we can. We can reach it whilst leaning out of the cab. Can we? Oh, we can reach the independent brake as well. Oh, this is getting better and better. You are off, aren't you? Yeah. So, as you can see, we've got an SD40-2 sat there. Quite tough for me. That is one slight downside to not getting Northeast Corridor in the preserved collection. And I wonder if Sandpatch does have something to do with that. Because of course one of the extra locos for NEC was a GP40, and you could also use the GP40 on heavy haul. Now I wonder if updating sandpatch grade has now left it incompatible with that loco, and if they were to upgrade that loco, does it now mean that it's incompatible with Northeast Corridor? Hence they would have to then go in and say, right, Northeast Corridor now has to have the adhesion and all the other updates, which of course if they make all the other updates they need to fix all the numerous bugs with that route and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's just a never-ending issue. Now, does that mean we've got to stop? I wonder, have we got to in fact stop this loco at that point? Interesting. We'll back it up a bit more. It is saying, yeah, park this loco there. We'll reverse it up a bit more. Yeah, it's a shame. It would have been nice to have the GP40 as well on here if it added extra content in the form of extra scenarios, services and so on and so forth. Right. So now it's saying we have to go back that way. Surely we need to actually fuel up this loco. Which I remember to do. Or how to do, even if the game's not telling us how to do it. And if we come and look here, you can see the fuel monitor going up. Now, I don't know how many gallons of fuel this takes. 1700 by the looks of it. Okay. So that's automatically shut off. Put that back on there. Screw that back on there. Put back in our train. We're going to trundle back up where we came from. So this job seems to have missed a trick, because we were told to come over here and refuel, and it doesn't actually tell us to refuel when we get here. That's a bit annoying. Okay. So we'll bring our train back out. head over here. Now. Just keep that rolling a bit more. Bleed a tiny bit of speed off as we are heading downhill apparently. I thought we were heading downhill into here, but apparently not. Yeah, graphically, I don't know. I don't know whether it's just my settings or something, but got the feeling this looks a little bit better as well than previously. And we still have got the tyres, now I'm looking at it, popping in just ahead of the logo. But I always seem to remember it being more prominent than that. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just my imagination on the graphical side. I have got the game set to high settings for pretty much everything, I believe. I did have to turn the foliage down because it was, even on high settings, the foliage was set to ultra, which baffled me a little because I thought with so much foliage around here it would cause issues. But then again, I guess this route has been simplified a bit because of course the console release, and one of the criteria now is anything that gets released for TrainswithNick 2 has to be compatible with consoles, which means if you've got a really powerful PC, you're probably not going to be able to take full advantage of it anymore compared to when the game came out. And there has been quite a bit of optimization done. You struggle to get that word out. Optimization. Yeah, there has been optimization done, and I'm pulling to 35 frames per second at the moment, which for being in the yard and for this not being an ultra high spec PC, I think that's not too bad. For anyone who is curious, I'm running a Ryzen 7 2700 CPU and an RX 480 8GB graphics card along with 32GB of RAM. So, as you can tell, nothing special. Probably a bit more than what most people have got, but it's sufficient for what I need. I get an enjoyable game out of it without breaking the bank. Just a little tweak on the brake. Just gonna set that. Just to ease the train down. Fail off again. Now. Yeah, someone else did make a comment of you have to hit these markers. You can't be a couple of yards out. And, well, as you saw when I was running the train up here, that I think I was 2 or 3 yards out and it didn't consider me as reached of point. Give it another tug when we get about 100 yards out. Slowly bring it in. Oh. 2 miles an hour. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2. And there we go. Service completed. Got a bunch of achievements down here. And we've got us a gold medal. So 3 miles driven. Should have been 20-minute job, but 28. To be fair, we have been doing a bit of talking. I jumped out and refueled the loco, although it wasn't needed. And as you can see, we are 5645 out of 7,000. There we go, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this little run with me. Nothing too exciting. We will get into doing a bit of shunting. I just wanted to basically have a first look at this, have that look with you, and yeah, put this out. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and will join me next time we have a look. The next video actually coming out on the channel from when you watch this will be a satisfactory tomorrow evening, and then Thursday we've got an extra episode of Machinki squeezed in before Sunday, which will be our regularly scheduled Machinki episodes. So yeah, come along, check those out. Keep an eye out. We will be visiting TrainswithNick 2 again, and we will be revisiting Sandpatch Grade. But anyway, for now, I'm going to say goodbye and catch you in the next one. Bye for now.